Hello and welcome back, everyone, to We Beat Mothership Assault on Unreal Tournament 2004 Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. And in this episode, we actually got a failed load of Deck17 here. Deck17 is the championship Team Deathmatch map. Let's see. Do I actually keep this in, or are we going to kick out?
What, like the game fucking just crashes right here?
No. The game does not crash it right here. This is a failed load. Our team is not the team that we're supposed to. Our team failed to load for this. So looks like we're gonna keep this.
But
are we actually doing Dex? Oh yeah, we are gonna do Deck17 twice. My bad. So yeah. This is a treat for me. I understand that I shouldn't have kept in Deck17 twice, but fuck you. I played through Mothership and the entire Double Domination ladder. I did most of the Double Domination ladder in one sitting, and it took me 2 attempts to get through Mothership. So I'm gonna have some fun with Team Deathmatch, motherfuckers.
yay.
But yes, this is a failed load. I've never actually encountered this glitch before, but what happened here is very explicitly, our team did not load in with us when they were supposed to. So what the game did in order to prevent itself from going into a hard crash is it actually threw us into instant action. And despite the fact that their team fully loaded in, ours did not. So this doesn't actually count for us. We won't actually score. We won't actually get credits for this mission either. Oddly enough.
Oh. Well, that sucks.
It's not important. I'm sitting at, what, like 30,000 fucking credits, and I can't spend any of them because my team's already fully built.
Well, it's good to be on
Deck17 is honestly a really, really good map. It is one of the most famous deathmatch maps from the Unreal franchise. So much so that it's actually in Unreal Gold. We don't actually ever visit it in Unreal Gold, but yeah, it's there. It's just in the instant action portion of the game.
It does look like a pretty dope map. There's three floors. You can see everything. You can jettison right up to the top floor. You got all these bridges and
there's a sniper nest. The Redeemer's relatively easy to access, as is the super shield. There's an easy access to the flat cannon, and there's a bunch of health resources floating around. So the big thing that I'm confused about is the fact that Thunder Crash actually did show up. So I don't understand how I got this particular glitch, but it did happen, and we're gonna go through it. So what's new in the world of Cloud as we go through this rather meaningless show off of Thunder Crash almost kicking our butts, except not really because we're a whole 10 points ahead of them.
Well, some new things are happening for a change. I think I had the last time I thought I had, air quote, purchased the game, paid $0.00 for it because I'm a PS Plus member. Now I finally broke my my purchasing drought. I actually paid money for not just one but 2 new games, and it feels pretty good.
Oh
yeah, and it's awesome. Well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I have a choice right now to either date the episode or not date the episode. But I mean, a lot of people go through periods in life where it becomes quite obvious that the time for change had come. That change is good, and I kind of like where I am versus where I was. I feel like it kind of opened up that this is an opportunity for me to get what I want, and it makes me feel good.
Sadly, I'm not going to be able to purchase video games this month. My video game budget is going to a baby shower presents because, yep, I've got a baby shower to attend to next month.
Babies, yeah, babies.
I actually have to. We have to organize that so that we can do that next. Is it this? No, it would be. It would be next weekend, wouldn't it? Yeah. But yeah, Team Deathmatch. The Deck17 round is only up to 35, which is really concerning because the last Team Deathmatch of the campaign was actually up to 60, I think, and it just straight up didn't count. So. Here we go again. Woohoo! As for me, I just this morning finally have a good enough excuse to put down Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity because I I picked that up. I think a couple months ago, and I was playing it, and I was really liking it for a while. I got to a point that I had to put it down for a full fucking month because a problem that I had noticed with the game that I still actually hold against the game quite harshly, preventing me from progressing through the campaign. But I managed to overcome that a couple weeks ago, and now I have unlocked Calamity Ganon as the final character.
Nice. And
the only reason I ended up going that far in is because I wanted to do a specific personal goal of completing the affinity quests in the Gerudo region. But in order to do that, I had to actually unlock Calamity Ganon. I did not want to unlock Calamity Ganon. I thought after the problems that I was having last week that I wasn't even going to get to unlock Tarako, but I got Tarako last night. So.
What is happening to our video?
It is stuttering. That was my recording. That was my recording stuttering. I don't know why my recording was stuttering, but yeah, it happened.
Well, it's a good thing that I actually recovered from the stutter.
Yeah.
Oh man, video game stuttering anxieties. It makes me feel quite thankful that my systems have been rather forgiving to me these past few years. No stutters, no failed recordings. Just me being stupid and not watching the clock. So I forget when I max out my memory.
That's mostly because you're playing on console as opposed to PC.
Right.
PC players have to worry about stutters, specifically when their machine isn't strong enough to run both the game and the recording software. That's definitely going to be a thing for me soon if I don't actually upgrade my rig.
The future is coming.
My rig is more than 6 years old, Cloud.
It's an old man looking at its grandchildren, little microprocessors. You're so tiny, but your brain is just as good as mine. I'm so proud of you, son.
No, we're about halfway done with this mission.
On the subject
I actually really like the Deck17 Team Deathmatch. It does feel like a really good reward after the bullshit of putting through the Double Domination Ladder and Mothership Assault, specifically Mothership Assault. In
sequence, yes, I agree that it usually. Well, I mean that's part of reinforcement. See, this is if you want to if game designers are supposed to condition the players to keep playing. You definitely want to do something fun after you've done something not so fun.
But it brings the question, why isn't Team Deathmatch at one of the actual official ladders 404? Because it was in 03.
Fuck it if I know, man. Warp.
Plus the Onslaught ladder is hidden behind a menu button that is rather inconspicuous. There is a fifth ladder, for the record. We're just not going to be exploring it because we don't need to.
Big deal as they make Malcolm Bleeding Thunder Crash think Anakin is actually the bigger threat in this fight.
Yeah, and then Malcolm proves me wrong when we get to the next part. But thankfully, the next part's the next session.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest, I wish that the difficulty for the difficulty actually stayed around this level for the entirety of the campaign, because this feels really fun to play with. The AI is competent, but not super competent. The map design specifically is really fun to be in and play around with, and the weapon loadout. Well, you actually get just about every weapon here. I think the only weapon that you don't get access to multiples of is the assault rifle, but that's because there isn't an assault rifle spawn that gives you the second assault rifle. So.
Try turning the safety off.
Yeah, Cloud, try turning the safety off.
When is the safety ever on?
For these weapons, never.
When I put my hands
down?
down?
The first time.
It's stupid. See, they're so stupid. They hit each other. They're fucking.
They do.
They're AI. They're supposed to be perfect.
No, they're not supposed to be perfect. I don't want AI to be perfect because then the only viable weapon is the shock rifle, and screw that. I like the shock rifle for the record. I just don't want it to be the only viable weapon.
Raining death. Super shield.
No damage. We didn't actually get a kill for that happy pie.
Ah, super shield. When you need a hero, super shield is ready to blow points away so you can get over your stupid ass mistakes.
You see, you say that, but shield is honestly not nearly as efficient as health is. And it's a thing that I've always found really odd about first-person shooter games that actually have shield mechanics, because for some reason, in every video game, in every shooter game that's got shield as a mechanic, with the exception of Halo, and even to some extent Halo, if I recall correctly, whilst you're taking shield damage, you can also take HP damage, which means that shield is doing mitigation and prevention. But it's not. It's definitely not supposed to be doing mitigation at that point. It's supposed to be doing straight prevention, isn't it?
It depends on the game. It also depends on whether the game distinguishes between one type of damage or another. For example, except the thing is that I honestly can't think of one example of a game that will allow you to take shield and health damage simultaneously, because, like you said, that's the whole point.
I can. A majority of the current of the modern age battle royale games have that system.
But I don't. Well,
it's very
I guess
explicit.
that's why I haven't seen it.
It's very explicit in Valorant, even where it's to the point where I don't think that purchasing shields in Valorant actually makes fucking sense, because the majority of the weapons on either critical hit or or decent spray just either totally ignore shield or do enough damage to where a shield just straight up doesn't matter. Like, there's a sniper rifle in Valorant that on critical hit does 204 damage. No one, and I do mean no one in Valorant, has the ability to go over 150 total HP. And yet, while you're taking normal fire damage that are not critical hits, you're losing both shield and HP. So what the fuck's the point of shield at that point?
In that situation, you're boned, because if you get your head blown off, it doesn't matter how thick your armor was, it doesn't matter how big your gun was, you are a dead man.
We are a dead man in the next part, Mr. Cloud. Very much so.